What's up guys, Travis here from Outdoors with Travis, and we have an awesome video for you guys today. If you've seen recently, Bowmar Bowhunting, or more specifically Josh Bowmar, just dropped his video of doing a green hunt on a giant rhinoceros. And if you didn't know, when the Bowmars have any last minute needs when they're already in Africa, they use us here at Magnum Archery. I'm about to go hunting in Botswana in the next 3 weeks, so I thought what better bow to use when I go to Botswana than the very bow he shot that rhino with. I just want to be specific guys, we're not just shooting an RX-8 like Josh, this is the RX-8 that Josh used in that video to shoot that rhino. So let's go through what we want to put on it. I already chucked on one of my ham skis. I was a bit eager and then realized we should probably film this. And I chucked on the sidebar mount from Hoyt. Otherwise, we haven't put anything else on the bow yet. I've been playing a lot with quivers and how much noise they contribute to the overall shot noise when you mount them on the bow. And I've decided to go with the Hoyt's one-piece quiver, simply because it holds the arrows further down and then it doesn't allow the arrows to vibrate when that shot goes off. I have a tight spot quiver, 7-arrow quiver, and it holds the arrows round about halfway and leaves the rest of these arrows to rattle and hit each other when that shot goes off, making the bow extremely loud or unnecessarily loud. So I went with the Hoyt quiver, one-piece quiver. I am then using my trusty Quattros, a 10-inch and a 15-inch front bar, and the 10-inch obviously side bar. My trusty Track Pro 3-pin multi-pin slider, always done me well. All my hunts that I've had success with, I've just had a great time shooting this. We're going to run that again, and then just a sling because I don't want the bow jumping out of my hands, especially in the bush. This helps a lot with carrying and all those sort of things. And that's all we're going to be doing on this bow. Then we need to do some speed tests, some paper tuning, and then we're going to hit the range and test this out once we've sighted it in on a bunch of 3D targets. I think that looks absolutely awesome. So let's get the paper in front of the target. Let's get some paper tuning going. And then once we've paper tuned it, we'll do some speed tests. So what I'm running right now is a Eastern Axis 5mm, total arrow weight 565 grains. It's a 4-fletch bone-in X-vein 3.5 inches. Let's see what we get. Whew, almost there already. Happy with that. I think we can shoot a couple more and just make sure we are dead on, maybe even walk it back, see what it's doing at longer distances. Just want to shoot it a little bit further and see what happens. Hey. Let's go have a look. Bullet holes, baby. Bullet holes. Happy with that. Maybe one more, just to make sure it's not luck. Okay, this one I want to go back at least 10 yards or so. And we're going to shoot through the paper. And if we get a bullet hole, then I'm happy. Bullet holes on bullet holes on bullet holes. I know that looked ridiculously easy, but you guys must remember, we shimmed the cams and got everything ready for a center shot for Josh. So all I had to do was put my rest in center shot in similar settings to what I did on the Alpha X, And really, I think I did 1 or 2 clicks, and this bad boy is shooting absolute bullet holes. One thing I haven't tested yet is the speed that I'm getting out of this. It's a 565 grain arrow, so it's on the heavier side. It's a 70-pound bow using that new Garmin 01 Pro. Let's see what speed we get. .9 feet per second. Let's do 3 shots so we can get confirmation on our actual speed. .239.4, so 240 feet per second. 240 feet per second. So no doubt that this 70-pound RX-8 Ultra is shooting my 565 grain Axis 5mm arrows at 240 feet per second. It sounds on the slow side, but I like a heavy arrow with a lot of momentum. It works for me in the African bush, and I'm super confident with this setup. I think it's time to hit the range and put it through its paces. We're on the range. I'm going to quickly sight in. I don't want to bore you guys with the sighting in process. I do it in every single bow build video, and the CB Track Pro, it's the same thing. Sight in the multi-pins, sight in your 30 and 60, find your sight tape, and then I start shooting. So I kind of just want to rush through the sighting in process, not tag you guys along for that. And then once I'm ready, I want to actually hit the 3D range and put this bow through real world scenarios on a bunch of different 3D targets with technical shots to make sure that I'm confident with what I'm going to do with it in Botswana. First things first, we'll start off nice and close, confirm that we're happy with everything. 20 yards. I think it's safe to say that 20 is on. I think let's immediately bump it up. Aim small, miss small, right? You'll see on the top left is the big orange circle. Right under it, I shoved a tiny piece of orange paper, and we're at 30.5 yards. I'm gonna go for that paper and see if we can get as close to, if not on. Come on, come on, please. Aim small, miss small, works like a charm every time. .89 with a huge backwind. Not bad at all. 89.5 yards, and they are both sitting in the kill zone. So happy with that. I think we need to head to the 3D range, start having some fun. Okay, I actually want to try one more thing before we go into the 3D range and put this through its paces. I want to just make sure that I'm on with my bottom pin. So I've got 2 floaters, middle pin and bottom pin, both with yardage indicators on the sight tape. So I'm going to confirm this, I think 88.5 yard shot with the bottom pin, as we've already done it obviously with the middle pin. 88.6. And a crow has just landed right in front of the target. I think he's going to shit himself. Oh yes, kill shot baby. This is on. This RX-8 and the full setup is dead on. Alrighty, we have a T-Rex at 48.5 yards. And I want to shoot the rest of this course with gloves on because I am chowing through my camo paint supplies because I'm painting half my body every single time I go out, and I want to be able to just slip gloves on, slip gloves off, and I just want to make sure that it's not going to induce any torquing on the bow or affect my anchor point positioning or the way I pull through the shot. So I'm going to shoot this entire course with the gloves on and just make sure we're still getting the same results or the results that we want from every shot. We are going to shoot one shot on every target, replicating what we would do in the bush when you only have one shot and you got to take it. So one shot per target. I don't know however many targets there are, but it's just a bunch of different species. It's not one species throughout. So without further ado, 48.5 yards on a giant T-Rex. Smoked it exactly where I was aiming. Okay, now we have an ibex standing nice and tall on a rock at 38.8, so 39 yards. I'm going to send the sight into its dead stop position and just aim with the 40 pin. Smoked. We have a feral pig in the shade, 38 yards or 37.7. Feeling a little lazy, don't want to walk all the way back to the camera, but an absolutely beautiful shot. What's nice about this target is I am specifically going after Waterbuck bulls when we're in Botswana, and yeah, we have a bedded Waterbuck bull at 44 yards. So far, gloves have not affected us at all. A little bit high. So definitely not high. I mean, if you look here, it's in the kill zone right here, but I like to go for the lower shots, kind of in this region, top of the heart, bottom of the lungs, but that's still a fantastic shot to take down a bedded Waterbuck bull. Even though you can see that would have been a kill shot, I want to try that again, go a little bit lower, and just make sure that I'm shooting exactly where I say I'm shooting. There we go. Exactly where I said I wanted to shoot. So we're going to have to make sure we can get clearance here because there's quite a few trees overhead. Check through my rangefinder. Oh man, we got plenty. 50 yards. 50 yards. So if you guys don't know, the Leopold 1400i has trajectory readouts. So once you put all your data into the rangefinder, I can actually see in the display where my arrow's peak height would be or peak trajectory will be, and I can see if I'm going to hit a tree overhead or anything like that. So at 50 yards, we are clearing all the overhead brush. Let's see what we can get here. We are threading the needle on this one. I cannot even see this red stag. I actually don't even know how I'm going to range it properly. But this is a proper technical shot here where I can't even see the vitals, but I'm going to guesstimate where the vitals are from where I can see the hind quarter. We're going to just be shooting blindly through grass. Okay, the horns and the bum say 37.6. I don't even know. I can't even see. Let's go check it out. And that, guys, is exactly what you want. A perfect quartering away shot going straight to the opposite leg, right through all the vitals. Happy with that. Another technical shot We got a rowan, and I don't even know what distance yet, with tons of grass stopping us from seeing the vitals, or blocking our view of the vital area, and slightly quartering too, so about as technical as it comes. I keep getting 55 on the horns, which is a bit risky, but let's go for it. Whew, a little bit nervous here, and the wind is picking up. 55. Oof. Can't even see where it landed. Let's go have a look. You can't make this up. What you guys saw on camera with all that grass cutting the vitals is exactly what I could see, if not worse, because I was on a bit of a slope. The camera was higher than me. And this is the shot at 55 yards, covering the vitals. A perfectly executed vital kill zone shot. Happy with that. I think it's safe to say we are ready, guys. Once again, thank you to the Bowmars, Josh, Sarah, and what they do for bow hunting in Africa, from the funds that they pump into wildlife conservation to the awareness they bring to what a beautiful country and continent this is to bow hunt on. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.